we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mig versus Ron week 1. That's going to be good.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Love fires that quickly outside. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Got to get that rook the ball a little bit.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Love, they go play action now. Looking deep for him.
Got him.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Jordan Love on the money.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Check 26, check 38.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like
AJ, you got to catch that shit, man.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Hines. Unable to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Right behind Nelson, right here.
They'll try to run for this one back. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run here with Mack. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
First drive of the season.
25-yard line.
I thought this had a big nickel in it. Fuck.
On 1st and 10, Winston.
Hell no.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. LaVisca Chenault, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Oh, gotta get that, boy.
Picked it.
Winston's
Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now
Gotta
4th
get that
down.
shit.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
at their own 33-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
You know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Love now on 2nd down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Brings up
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made
3-3-5,
by the defensive
huh?
front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, and stack things up and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made.
Into the first, boys.
30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And at the 30-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Jaguars nothing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
This is Hines, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a bad
I
fucking
think he's
throw.
got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Love. He completes this one
you fucker.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
Damn, I fucked that up.
With enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the
passer,
line to start
huh?
their next drive.
Just want to keep passing.
And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now we get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
First down, Winston. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
You gotta knock that shit out, boy.
The pick up there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On the tackle.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action. Winston. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Now he's going to be very close to a first down. Good running, but looks like he's a yard short. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Come on,
the
man.
It's going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
That rookie.
There with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Winston now to throw on first down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
I fucked up. Should have audibled out of that shit.
Laviska Shenault, 54 yards.
Good play.
And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Colts 17, Jaguars 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action. Love to throw.
Oh, my God.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, God.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And Green with a catch left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
What?
At the 15-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket.
Damn,
they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Winston now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Lambo is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running is Jacobs. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars.
The ball carrier.
Josh Jacobs, 65 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17-all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Love now. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
10 yards on
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mack. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. 13 yards remaining on second down.
You can't block me.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Love from the gun. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
Ooh,
Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Jacobs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Firing quickly out wide is Love. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
44 Mike. Check. Ready.
From the gun, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
They'll take over first.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Josh Jacobs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead is up to 14.
It is good. Makes the score Jaguars 31, Colts 17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st down, Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
2nd down. Love. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Love now to pass on 1st down. Catch made here by Campbell. Not much there, only a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackler. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a run with Mack, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled
the Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking deep for Hilton. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 32 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Jaguars 31, Colts 24.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And some space here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 36 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Love fires that quickly outside, and he'll be out right at the 35.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
To throw again. Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
First down, Jacksonville.
And they will take a knee here. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah.